All right, the customary.
I feel like I fought all my life for this. This one part, this one third, I've always missed. No, just don't let it go. I started the fight, but now I'm losing. So will I fall again? I'm scared of heights, yet it was me who ran away.
Hey, someone alone. How you doing? Actually, you know what? Screw eliminators. Wait, Ronan, what's this new thing of yours? What's this new thing you're trying to do? How you doing, Ronan? Oh, might be go to the land of Trump soon. I just okay. Don't you have school too? Yeah, my team at work's gonna be moved to the US this year, so the land of Trump. Trump land. Bad one. Hopefully I don't lose my job as soon as I go over there. That would suck. I have to move? Yeah, I have to move. Where am I moving? Not to Cali. Not that far away. I'm gonna be in Washington. Lol, Ronan. That's actually hurtful, not gonna lie. That actually hurt me a little bit. I mean, I'm getting a pay raise. People in America make more, like 60% more at the very least. What I've heard. So. JK. Yeah, but I do plan on hitting up Cali at some point for like do a road trip down from, it was gonna be from BC where I am in Canada right now, and then gonna come from Washington, I guess. Actually, I don't know, maybe I'm just gonna go down before we move. Yeah, well, I have it's been a while since it's been a whole year since I've got my BMW, so I have quite a bit of savings now. Built it back up. So if I do like upgrade my car, if I get a different car now that I have that I can a bit more money to spend, then I might have to rethink that. But the company also like gives like support with relocation and stuff like that, money monetarily and stuff like that. So yeah, money's not an issue, I don't think. Crazy. It takes like 2 days to get down to LA. No, it doesn't. It takes like a day. What? 100K? Yeah, 18 hours? Something like that. That's a day. You think the traffic kills you? Or maybe I just don't aim for like stay in NorCal. Don't aim for deep into Cali. Oh god. Okay, I gotta focus up a little bit. Lol, that bone shaker is actually sad. Yeah, stuff hasn't been finalized yet. If I was doing by myself, it would be a one-day drive. But if other people there, then you know I can't. There's gonna be more bathroom breaks and stuff like that. I can't force them to be in the car for 20 odd hours. I would do. So it really depends. I'm not 100% sure yet. Yeah, I'm basically gonna like the ideal scenario is I drive a day, get there, and then the next day have in and out, and then start driving back. Is average America savings? You'll get there. Seems pretty easy. Nah, but I'm budging out a week. Kind of, like a couple days there. Whether it be San Fran. Probably not gonna be just San Fran. I'm not actually sure. The main thing was I wanted to try In-N-Out once. That's like actually like the first thing I ever thought about. After that, no plans. Sour fries, and yeah, the fries I know suck. Gotta try the burger once. Nah, but I'm probably gonna try to hit up some like I think food spots and stuff like that. That's the main thing. I'm not like huge into sites or anything. Maybe go to like Vegas and splurge on like a buffet or something as well. Give me a burger. I think that's not gonna be a great In-N-Out experience. Raising Cane's, yeah, Raising Cane's. To get that cup of cane sauce, but apparently the cane sauce is pretty easy to make, so I could do that at home if I wanted it. And the Walmart foods are half decent from what I heard. I don't think they have them here in Canada, but once I live in Washington, I'll have access to it. One thing I'm happy about is that Costco memberships are global, so my Canadian one still works So that's probably like one of the first places I hit once I moved. Just to stock up on like pantry items and stuff like that. And you just protein. So good. Isn't it just the sauce that's good? Like from what I've heard, like the tenders and stuff aren't like spectacular or anything. I've had White Castle. It's alright. I've lived in the U.S. before. It's not. I was in the Midwest. So I lived in Michigan, Minnesota for a couple of years. Yeah, that was like hard to beat price wise, and like I don't know. When I had it, I still potentially preferred it to McDonald's. Like the McDonald's gray patties aren't for me. You never tried it? Ah, yeah. It's not. It shouldn't be high on your list. Let's just say that. Culver's, if you ever go to the Midwest, is good. Is great though. Del Taco and Carl's Jr. I haven't been to either of those. If you're ever in the Midwest, though, Culver's. Actually, is Culver's only available in the US? In the Midwest. Go to Five Guys. Oh, Five Guys is good. It's kind of pricey, but I think you need to try it at least once, especially with the fries. Their fries are the best, and then their burger, like you can kind of customize it however you like it, and you can kind of stack it up. Extra toppings are free. That was the best part. I always ordered extra everything. Yeah, it's definitely like a luxury item. Like it's bougie. Like you're basically, the only good thing about going to Five Guys over like a bar burger is that you don't pay tips and you get way more food. A bit more food than the bar. That's some good stuff. Oh yes, Mamanella is loaded. That was loaded, bro. Dude, Five Guys, because it's a luxury item in the sense that if you want a burger, you can have much cheaper. You know what I mean? Like, you're taking the premium option. It's like going to like a steak house and having a burger. Kind of deal. Like, I feel like you should at least try it once. If you haven't tried it before, it's an experience. Just having like basically Subway for burgers. It's cool. Whoa, what is the guy doing? Oh, damn. brain farted my reset. I just didn't reset. That's alright though. Alright, throwing it. There he is. There he's back. He's back, everybody. It was all sensible, telling people to sleep. Now he's back. Possible to be. Oh my. I mean, yeah. Technically. What is this lobby, bro? What is this? Lobby is straight up cooked. Cooked. Yeah. All right. Okay. Bye bye, everyone. Have a good night, man. Hope you have a great singular class. I need somebody to save me here, like in Batcom or something, to battle these meta players. Oh, it's not. What the heck? Where'd that guy go? I just have the bone shaker to worry about. Kinda scout would stay, but guess not. Oceana? What is Oceana? The one thing I do really appreciate is the fact that I'll have access to Chick-fil-A 24/7. Well, not 24/7. They don't open every 7 days a week. 24/6. And they also don't offer 24 hours, so I'm getting pedantic now. Restaurant? What type of restaurant? Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah. What am I doing with my life? Like, what type of cuisine is it? Is it like an Italian? Oceana? That's my guess with that name. seafood tasting menu. Is it like famous in like Cali or what? Oceana. Oceano. Oh, it's Dubai. All right, you're loaded. Makes sense. This looks like some place I can't afford. Going back to that. Where my sub at, bro? I can't either. Yeah, you know all about buying those exotic cars. Wait! Okay. This might be a huge stretch. Okay. Are you like one of those people that have connections in Dubai? Because you need connections to buy a Porsche, and I can't. I don't have any of those connections. Not from Dubai, but like, I don't know, somehow maybe you guys know like somebody in the US or something. Whoa. Usually just bumping into people on purpose for the path. Yeah, I need to focus right now. I need to get my position back. All right. See ya. Okay, I needed a safety valve there. Okay, cool. Yeah, so like what I'm finding out now is that for like the top spec cars and stuff like that, even if it's not like a limited run or anything, they're still like more rare because Porsche doesn't create a lot of make a lot of them. So what dealerships tend to do is either charge a huge markup, like 75, 100k US for the markup, but like for just to buy the car, right? If you're not willing to do that, then the only other way people have done like MSRP allocations is by by having like an existing relationship with the dealership. Like you've been like buying like 4 or 5 vehicles from them already. De La V is like 80 to 100 bucks. 80 to 100 bucks for a meal is still kind of crazy, but for like special occasion it makes sense. So basically the only way, like if I don't own a Porsche, so I don't want to pay, I'm not willing to pay 75k over sticker for the car. So the only way that it would potentially work would be if I had somebody had an existing relationship with their Porsche dealer or something and like referred me. That's like the only possibility. I don't think that would even work, really. I don't think that necessarily would work either, because they would just treat me as a new customer, just like preferred. But it might even be better if like the person with the connection tries to buy the car. I'll just pay him to do it, and then he'll just be, you know, like, or I'll just pay at the end, or like I'll just sign the papers at the end, but he's basically driving it. So then that person might be able to get an allocation earlier and also at MSRP than me. So that's why I'm saying it's a bit of a stretch for Dubai specifically, but I'm more talking about like somebody that maybe just has general connections with like that has bought a couple Porsches, that could in theory be like, oh, I wanna, like, if they can demonstrate that they've had multiple Porsches and then they're like good for it, and they could potentially like then help me get into contact with maybe a dealership in, you know, Washington or like Canada, and then have a good word, and that's better than nothing, you know, because it's either that or I'm going in completely blind, right? Currently. Nah, that was a bit of a stretch anyway. I'm just kind of memeing. Lol, the guy left. Ting. Ting couldn't take the pressure of not winning with a bone shaker, even if he was bumping me. Position. Became a chill lobby. Yeah, it was more memeing because I was thinking Dubai. Everybody buys supercars in Dubai, and if you're truly loaded, then you probably have a couple already. Or actually, no, probably not Porsche. Porsche's not super flashy. Imagine Ferrari, Lambo, Bentleys, and Rolls are probably more common things to buy. Showing off. Land Cruisers are stealth wealth though. That's what they call stealth wealth. They cost quite a chunk. They're basically Lexuses in disguise. That's why they can be sold as a Lexus. Like the car itself can just basically be sold into a Lexus, and they do it. The Lexus, there's an Lexus equivalent that's basically the same exact car. Yeah, so like that's the thing. But yeah. I need to potentially find somebody, get cozy with them, I'm like, I'm not even like, okay, to be fair, I'm not even 100% sure I'm willing to pay the money, like the MSRP for it, because it's a really expensive car. It's like 2-3 times the price of my M3, and my M3 is already costing, like, cost a lot. I am making more money after I moved to the US, but like that's more of an excuse than anything. I don't have to spend it, right? So more than likely, I just probably won't buy it. It's kind of a pipe dream, but somehow if the stars align, then I'm thinking it's a possibility. I just want a GT3, 911 GT3, touring specifically with a manual. I want the 4 seats. If I could get the 4 seats with the regular model with the wing, I'd do that, but I'm not actually picky. I don't care whether it's touring or not at that point, honestly. Hey, hello, Reslo. Welcome back, welcome back. Thanks for dropping by. How you doing? Ready for the start of the week? Yeah, that's the end game car. Like after that, even if I win the lottery or anything, I'm not buying anything better. That would be end game car. Actually no, that would be like crazy end game. Like that would be like total end game car. I'm already at end game, to be fair. I'm stretching. I'm stood up actually. I've been standing up the stream since like a month ago. So I'm stretching right now. Yeah, while I'm playing too. Getting a lot of value for that redeem. I tried to follow me through some of my lines, I think, and kind of messed up once. He held on for quite a bit, for a while. Basically, anyway, like if I don't get a car, then I'm just gonna mod this one and get it in a good place. I'm already plenty satisfied with this car. This is like realistic. I'm currently at my realistic end game car. So I looked at it online, like my current build plus like local Washington tax would come out to about like 310k US. Around 300k. Going good, although not any big plans for me this week. That's always good to have a chill week planned. It's always nice. I changed my tires back to my summers now off of my winters. A bit risky because we're getting a little bit of a colder period in the start of March. So like next week's still gonna be warm, or this week's gonna be warm. Next week's gonna be a bit colder, but I think it's still okay. I just want to get back on my regular summers so I could kind of burn through them. As I mentioned before, I lost the tire lottery. I want to move to the Michelins, but I'm not somebody that would throw away my current set of tires, even if I could sell them or anything. I think used tires are just never a great like sell, unless you're willing to like sell it to like tire shops and whatnot to take it, and then you're taking a huge loss anyway. So I'm just kind of using it, just wearing it regularly and seeing where that takes me. How long that takes. Hold on, boy. I'll assume 100 gets 200k. No, it's 300k. Salmonella. I think its base price is 229 if I remember correctly. That's before taxes and everything. Yeah. I ever had RL as an old 83 F250 farm truck. It could pull your house. Ah, it's got that torque, bro. Got that torque, baby. Don't underestimate that low end torque. You could talk all about how old cars don't have a ton of power. They had plenty of torque. They just didn't have the revs. Revs are literally torque times RPM. So if your car couldn't rev very high, you had lower peak power, horsepower, but you could still have a ton of torque. Low end, it feels just superb. Plus, as a farm truck, it makes sense. Yeah, it's like 300k, which is why, you know, I can't really justify anything above that, because we're getting really close to housing territory. Once you get to like, if I have to pay like 100k over sticker, or I have to buy multiple cars before I can be eligible for allocation, regardless. Play the game. Part of me is just letting me, I might just like email the dealership and say, hey, like, I know I don't have a relationship here. Can you put me on some list that if you guys are willing to sell it to me, kind of deal. And then give myself like a time limit, like maybe like be on that list for like a year or two or something, and see if anything happens. If it happens, then it happens. Kind of let God decide at that point. It was built like a tank. Close to 210s on its own. Damn. That is built like a tank. Older cars tend to be lighter because they use less metal. less safety, like crumple zones and all that stuff. I mean, it was a work truck, a farm truck, so it makes sense. Gotta be able to carry everything, load capacity and all that. It has to be strong enough to do that. Can't be like a cyber truck, you know? Cybertruck is crazy heavy, but it's still fragile AF. But yeah, every single time I like fantasize about it, and then I really look at the reality of it, I really shouldn't be buying the Porsche unless I'd win the lottery or something. Like, just have extra cash, just laying, kind of not laying around, but like around. But But if I'm like working, if I'm like earning all this money like normally, I really shouldn't be throwing it away like that. So yeah, old cars with the drums too. So actually no, drum brakes actually like they're fine. Like stopping power wise, they're like not any worse. It's just that you could only do it once because they would be on fire after the one stop. Disc brakes and stuff like that were just better for multiple stops. I guess if you've been stopping at red lights and driving regularly, you would have been heating the brakes up anyway, so different issue altogether there. Is that a base one? Oh. Wait, so it technically costs less here. Because the base here is priced at 229, I think, USD. You have to add tax, but like I think Washington tax is like about 10% or something. You add another 20k on top of that, you're closer to 20 to 50k. Used one, true, but nobody was really selling them. And if they sell, it's gonna be above sticker as well. They're above MSRP because it's so rare. That's just the game. That's just the game. You're definitely not paying dealer markup, and you're not paying for extra cars, but you're still paying over sticker. I didn't know there was going to be a bone shaker here. Okay, that was 3 cars in a row. Right on the apex. There was no good way to get through there. Get me away from these bone shakers. He's going. Yeah. Not great. Plus, like, with a car this expensive, I probably want to spec it out the way I like it. And stuff, so. Unless I get like one of the perfect specs that I really wanted. I've seen 1 or 2 that are like spec the way I like it though. Like, other than the color, which is kind of sad. I could just wrap it though. I mean, depreciate it? Oh dude. Once you get to like the GT3 911 levels, depreciation just doesn't happen. The car just ages. The car just ages, and then like it just becomes like a more sought after car. Especially now that the manuals and stuff, like manual cars and like the end of combustion engines are coming to. I'm not really expecting them to really depreciate a ton anymore. Hey Dolvor, how you doing? What year is it? Of course, it's gonna be like, but you gotta give it a little bit. It's like it also depends on the generation of GT3 as well. The last generation will probably come back up eventually. Like there's a bit of depreciation, but like it's not gonna like depreciate a ton. And you're gonna try BO6. Nice. Zombies is fun as heck. I already finished I grinded all the zombie camos. It was fun. New map's also dope. This boss fight's hard though. But they did recently nerf the 3 to 4 player. Because apparently the health scaling was too crazy for 3 to 4 players. 2 players was fine. 2022? Yeah, so like right now they're not there yet. Like I'm pretty sure it's getting to the like the 2022 ones are like immediately right now it's like dropping in value just because the new generation just came out this year. But in the long run, like if you give it another like 5 or so years, 5-10 years, especially when this next generation's gone, that's gonna come back because it's the next generation might not even be full gas anymore, gasoline anymore, and anything in this last era of having a manual with gasoline engine, no hybrid, no electric, no nothing. It's gonna either rise, become a collector kind of a vehicle, or just gonna hold steady until it becomes that sort of collector type vehicle. Yeah, I will probably keep an eye on the used market for sure though. Especially now that if I'm in the US, I can have more access. There's just more people, more cars there than in Canada, so. And as long as I commit to wrapping a car that's not in the color that I specifically like, then that's okay. I think I can live with that. Still don't want to do that. I still like to have my own customization, so I don't have to like settle for other people's configs, but it is what it is. McLaren instead. Bah, no manual though. Heard a way to play MP without SBMM really ever match? Okay, well. Yeah, I still haven't played online, or I haven't played multiplayer, so I can't tell you anything. I haven't been following on that side. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck into the Porsche hole because of I'm basically at the high, like the only car that can like with a manual still at the highest end is Porsche. And then under that, if you like discount all the like, if you like, so it's like all of there's like some configs of 911s you can get a manual with. So you can do that, or not. You can do that, but like that's something. So that's like the step below the GT3. It's just another 911. And then after that, if you go down a step, then you're at my car. Cosplay and it just doesn't work. Oh, interesting. Is there no way to turn it off on PC? I guess it still works on PC. Lol. Yeah, so once I like commit to like the 3 pedals manual thing, like I'm kind of limited in choices. Unless you wanna, I'm talking about like realistic type cars. Like there's like $2 million, $2.7 million cars that have a manual as well. Jordan Murray T50 and stuff like that. That's like complete unobtainium. I don't even think about those, but you know. Anyway, I think that might be an interesting option. Just go with 911. It's not the balls to the wall one, but at that point, I'm just like, I think I like my car over that. This is not like super special. The regular 911, like, and the versatility of a BMW M3 is hard to beat with the 4 doors, 5 seats. This is just a sedan, you know, with more power than a 911. So what games have you been playing since you didn't have pod? What have you been playing these days? You haven't really been playing a lot of Forza, at least not anything I'm aware of. I almost forgot that you're not supposed to brake through there. Or you're supposed to brake, but not nearly as much as I did. I'm rusty. Porsche is more reliable than McLaren. I'd imagine so. McLaren hasn't had a great reputation. Their engineering is good, but then their reliability ain't so great. And like also their fit and finish. Kind of like the Teslas of supercars. You get a new Xbox? A big time off from games for the Rivals update? Oh. Just doing IRL stuff? That's good. Getting that bread. Focusing on that, that's good. Speaking of work, my team's getting moved to Washington, the US, this year at some point. A couple months, I think. You're giving us the whole, like a year from like last week, basically, is the timeline. And depending on like how fast people get their work visas and stuff like that. And whether people's families and stuff like that can move, how quickly that happens and stuff like that. But, yeah. That's happening. El Zivo. Yeah, I have to move. Going to Washington. I'm down for it though. Absolutely down for that. Something with a higher top end. Do I have that? How you doing, Zivo? Actually, I think the BMW is not that bad. Okay. Welcome to the US. Potentially. Lol. Meh. Damn. Yeah, so it's nice because I get a at least 60% pay bump for moving. So not too shabby, all things considered. So I'll take the opportunity. Plus, it's not too far away from. It's literally the state right next to Canada, so visiting home was not too bad. You know what I'm saying? You send it to me. I'm still charging you shipping, brother. I ain't doing it for free. I'm technically doing it now. I have a US mailbox, but I know you're memeing, but I can't be the only person you know in the States, though, or eventually be in the States. It's like you would have already done this before with other people. No Nuts members over there? Okay.
Just wishing you.
Fortunate. Pulled a me. I made a mistake there. It's a straight road now. Oh, come on. I just gave him that win. There's nothing else here. I could have passed him there if I placed my car correctly. I wasn't expecting to pass him there anyway. A host, just teammates and nuts. Oh, you're not close to people and nuts? I thought you guys meme a lot. Anything that sucks for you moving here is no Tim Hortons. True. Gotta get my fill of ice caps. Maybe I'll just road trip up to Canada for Tim Hortons every weekend or something. That's such a waste of gas. Could happen though. Out there in a few months. I see. Yeah, let me settle in first, and then once I'm settled, I'll let y'all will be updated once I'm there, and then I'll entertain some requests. I don't mind doing that. Send me some, dude. It's not gonna survive. It's what? It's just like a slush, bro. Yeah, other than weekly. Excited for having Chick-fil-A being easily accessible. Sad that I still don't have friggin' I still don't have access to whatchamacallit. Still don't have access to In-N-Out though. Losing home cooked food though, yeah, that is huge actually. But as morbid as it is to think about, no, Tim Hortons you can get coffee. I'm referring to Ice Cap. Ice Cap is specific because you need like it's basically like Slurpee, but think like sweet iced cappuccino flavors. That you can't really get outside of the actual place, but you can get Tim Hortons coffee plenty of places, and I don't really drink coffee at home anyway, so okay, going back to Zevo, a bit of a morbid thought. So as I mentioned, my grandpa had like a mini stroke in January last month, crazy to think, so I had to go to the hospital and everything. Statistically speaking, you also don't live in Canada, so I don't expect you to know what an ice cap is really. You can get French vanilla, which is their other staple down, shipped over. I think you can even just buy it in stores. Pretty good if you try it. Cheap. Anyway, so statistically speaking, after a person has experienced at his age, which is like 92, once a person experiences a mini stroke at that age, life expectancy is around 1.5 to 2 years. So technically, if I were to stay there for like 2 or so years, and my mom has no reason to stay in Canada. I could get my home cooked meals back. I just have to rent a larger apartment. Home cooked food sauce. The home cooked style restaurant. The problem is I want to like, I'm a frugal guy. I don't actually, I'll just probably be like meal prepping ish, like even lower grade than meal prepping because I don't work out or anything. So my form of meal prep is just to have food at home, and it's like probably buy like a huge chunk of meat from Costco and just like portion it out, and then every night cook some stuff. And then mooch off of company snacks or whatever for lunch or whatnot. Get a fruit, maybe get some fruit. It's cheap. Minimize restaurants because that's how you don't, yeah. Saving money, man. If I ever have to keep my 911 GT3 dreams alive, I gotta keep saving some money. Yeah, it's a morbid thought, but in like 3 or so years, potentially my mom could move over because she really doesn't have anything holding her, tying her down to Canada, other than grandpa at the moment. She's even discussed like selling the house that we currently have after he passes, but then my thought was that why would you sell? Like what's the real point there? Like you could like instead rent it out for other people and stuff like that. You'd have to clear the house out regardless, but having a residence may not be too bad. Problem is the house. So I'm waffling a little bit. It might be better to just sell and then like keep an apartment clear so whenever we visit and stuff like that, and have that chunk of cash. I think the suggestion that she was trying to get to was that maybe like it's just moving to the States with me. I'm not sure what the visa/residency situation would be there because I'm not a US citizen and I'm not looking to be, because if you become a US citizen, if I remember correctly, then you start having to pay taxes to the US even if you start working elsewhere. If I ever come back to Canada to work long term, and I have to still pay taxes, American taxes. Correct me if I'm wrong. I remember that being a thing. There must be some provision for family, the elderly, direct family, being able to stay with me. I think the bigger situation there is health insurance. Canada is government provided stuff, even in old age. But if she moves to the US, she just doesn't have access to any of that, and I'd have to cover it. I'm not opposed to doing that, but just another headache, or not, just another thing I gotta figure out. I wonder if there should be something through my company I could just use. Maybe like add a dependent, basically. This is getting into the nitty gritty, but yeah. Yeah, I miss from living in is I had a local Mexican restaurant. Yeah, losing local hole in the wall spots is actually tragic. I think the main thing I'm gonna miss a lot is I'm not sure there's enough, like, Canada, in British Columbia specifically, anywhere you'll have Asian food, Asian markets. TNT is a huge brand name up here. It's basically just Chinese/Asian grocery store. It's a chain that's national. So I'm not entirely sure whether Washington State has that type of thing, but my thought, like from my experience in Minnesota and when I was in Minnesota and Michigan and stuff like that, they do not. So, yeah. No, and then with less Chinese Asian population in general and stuff like that, I'm a little bit concerned with having like I have just so much access to like that type of food here. I might lose, but yeah. Local Asian buffet. Oh, Asian buffet. I remember going to an Asian buffet. It's definitely not really Chinese food, but I do miss that. I used to go and with like my classmates back in uni. Once in a while, we'll hit up the Chinese buffet and just wreck it. I don't care that crab rangoons aren't traditional Chinese, but those slap. Even like not great ones. Just something as simple as fried wonton skin with some cream cheese filling. Oh, so good. I mean, to be fair, Asian cuisine is never meant to be a buffet, so the fact that it is a buffet means that it's not super authentic. But it's still impressive if they like the food itself is fairly authentic. I think the problem with buffet in general is that that's what I wrote. Bro, what are you talking about? I go to the States regularly for like travel. I was just there in December. Road trip, short day trip. My dad went to Fogo de Chao for a early Christmas celebration. You're not gonna get me like that. And also, why are you trying to get me killed? What do you have? What is this down there? Oh, we were friends, bro. Yeah, another thing is like Asian food. Like a lot of Asian food is like really hinges on cooked and hot and fresh, and then you eat it as soon as possible. It's not like Western cuisine a little bit. From my experience, it's like if you have a prime rib, you're supposed to like have it like slow cooked, so it's gonna get rested and stuff like that. So like it's not like straight from cook to table. Like a steak is also rested and all that stuff. Of course, you're not gonna get that stuff in the at the buffet, but like it's just stuff is not very good if it's not directly from the chef, and that breaks down a little bit with buffets. Unless you get like I'm a sucker for like instant cook buffets, you know, like when you're at a stand, like a noodle soup stand, and you just like put your toppings and stuff like that. Dude, I'm freaking salivating right now. It's bad. I need to sleep. So hard to sleep with an empty stomach though. Another Asian plate that's in the buffet right across the street. Damn, lucky. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not super like, I enjoy food, but I don't need a lot of variety in my life. Like I'm fine with like noodles and soup with veggies and some type of protein, like, and bananas constantly, because I like bananas. Bananas are staple. Like you can get bananas every year round, and it's cheap as well. We end up just getting a bunch of bananas repeatedly. It's gonna be my staple thing at home. I'm always gonna have a banana. Oh, this car still sounds so good. Didn't they release like a full DLC pack or something? I might actually look into buying that to have all of the cars in one go at your local buffet. Alright, see ya, man. Hope you have a great time at your local buffet. And I hope you have a better week than last one, since the last one was so-so. Yeah, bud. Thanks for dropping by. Washington. Where in Washington? Yeah. What's wrong with Lucy? Aw, your girlfriend having a tizzy. Couple in paradise. I'm moving like yeah, I work tech, so it's like it's like the city area, so it's like Seattle, I think, around there. I'm not gonna be far away even if from there. I think the fact that it's a city will probably means that I have access to many things. Yeah, I was like debating whether I wanted to reveal that, not gonna lie. Like my hesitation there, but honestly it's not a big deal. Yeah, Seattle. I mean, I'm not the one hanging out playing Discord games, you know? Starbucks country, yeah, I know where the Starbucks was. Yeah, I stopped drinking Starbucks like a year or two ago. I don't remember the last time I went, other than like for birthday, because you get a free drink. Oh, welcome, Kamar. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I've stopped also going to Tim Hortons as well, just because it doesn't make any sense to pay for it. It just, the money waste is crazy to me. The only time I have like a latte or something is when I'm at the office, because we get like one free cup of like coffee every day, and I'll just drink it from there. And before you guys say it's like that's really lucky, no, that's literally the only benefit at my company. We don't get any snacks. We don't get like lunch for free. No meals. We have like legit vending machines, no drinks. We force people to pay for like chips and stuff. No, not even like a free granola bar or anything. Oh, to be fair, there is something that we have, which is we have a hot chocolate carnation packets, and you get a choice of whether you want full fat or like the light version. And then like there's like tea bags and like regular brewed coffee that's free, but free crap. Is it a big company? Yes. I'll still maintain that I won't reveal the specific company, but I can guarantee you know the name of it. Everybody knows the name of it. It's one of the bigger ones. Yeah. How old am I? Between 20 and 30. And that's gonna be my answer forever. You're arrested. Both of those answers are correct. I am 25 and I am 23. Yes. Yeah, I'm a software engineer. I'm sorry.
Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. We'll chase nights.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting because like the people in Canada, they get paid like 40% less or something. But they do the same work, so it's actually like kind of a surprise that they're moving the whole team. Because like what we were like, we've seen this happen before where they've moved a team from Canada down to US. But when they did it before, they basically dissolved the team locally. So then they only took the team in name down to the US plus its product, whatever product that they were developing. It kept like one or two like of the senior people so they could like teach the people that they would hire in the US about like the systems and stuff. But everybody else was put on gardening leave for like a couple months or something, so they could give them a chance to either find other work or find another team internally to join locally. So because that way they don't have to pay for like relocation costs. Because right now they have to pay. They have to give us money and stuff like that. They have to pay for us to relocate. So it's a surprising move. Plus, now we just get paid more because we're gonna be a U.S. employee. So it's kind of a surprising move. Not a move I'm sad about because I'll be making more money. So I have to be mad about that specifically. I got a better move through there than I did. I broke too late. Oh. I broke way too early. this guy's really pushing the limit and seeing where it sticks. His breaking points. If you're from Hong Kong, I wasn't a software engineer. Like I was only in Hong Kong until high school, and I was university. I was in the U.S. and Canada. But I think you can kind of generalize that, like not even talk about Hong Kong or anything, just saying that I'm Asian, working as a software engineer. That's basically everyone.
I dream too much. I tell myself that I can't stop. We could see clearly now. We could see clearly now. That I can stop. We could see clearly now.
A company you work for, but I could be 1,000% wrong. You could be. Yeah, I've maintained that I will not either confirm nor deny. But also be one that's not doing too hot. Rent. I haven't used a Subaru in a while.
I smoke too much. I drink too much. I tell myself that I can't stop. We could see clearly now. We could see clearly now. We could see clearly now. We could see
Clearly now. Yeah, I don't think it super matters where specifically I work, but I'm know that it is tech or software engineering. It doesn't really matter which company I work for. Like as long as I say I'm in a big company, they're all the same, really. It doesn't change the complexion of what really I do. Hey, Conmar's in here. Am I fat? Look at me, am I fat? I don't think so. Literally a stick, no? And I'm like not super annoyed, or rather like I'm not. The thing I'm thinking about is like I'm not fully hiding anything. Like if I did, then I wouldn't like reveal anything about like where I lived, stuff like that. Like I gave you like some, like I'm not like fully, but I'm sure that if you really wanted to, you could find me. But my thought process is that if you're willing to do that much, it's probably not. It's not that big a deal. I'm more like trying to keep the sort of first contact for people that trying to get that, keep a little bit of separation, not like a hard separation between IRL and streaming and stuff like that. I'm sure you could like find me. Whether you could get confirmation out of me is that's a hard no. I will never confirm anything, but probably not hard. Not too hard at least. Actually, okay, I scratched that. I forgot that some people aren't that good at using Google and stuff. Because my mom was one of those people. I literally told her about like a Corolla, like well, okay, for a bit of context, our old car. Or like our current car, we have a Tiguan, 2009 Tiguan. So like it's been leaking oil pretty bad. So and the fix for it is like the guy quoted us like 4K. So right now we're kind of in a crunch to buy a car. So that's why we're in the market to replace it. Yeah, so I'm doing that. So we're kind of shopping right now. So I literally told her about like Corolla Cross and an HRV, and like she was like Corolla Cross, and she was trying to find Corolla Cross herself on her phone, and she was like, I can't find anything. It's like, is it an XSE? Is that the XSE? I was like, that's a trim level, mom, for a Corolla. Like look for Corolla Cross, and she was like, all I see is Corolla, and I'm like, okay. So I'm sure like she's definitely like she's of the older generation, but there are people out there. I know this. Even in my generation, or even in our generation, that's like tech illiterate. So I'm not gonna come to the. I'm gonna amend my statement. It's not like it's findable. Let's just say that. I won't tag on an easily findable or anything, but CGI Canada, it may be. Maybe. Corolla Cross? Yeah, it's a small subcompact SUV. Toyota. I think like RAV4 from like 10 years ago. 10, 20 years ago. It's kind of crazy that all the cars have gotten so big now that they're like literally creating new models just to fill the old gap. My mom being contrarian wants a small car. So we're thought about going electric, but there aren't a lot of choices with this size. The compact SUV size. There's plenty in the SUV, like a regular compact SUV size, like the Model Y, Ioniq 5. But that's a bit large for her. And the subcompact EVs aren't coming out until like next year. All the alternatives. So right now we're still looking at pure gasoline. Leaning towards the Kona right now. Hyundai seems to be a pretty good choice from what I've read online, and she test drove it and she kind of it seemed like she was You liked it? Yeah, the only like, it's also a small, like, it has to be an SUV too because of grandpa. Getting in and out of is, like, if it was just my mom would be down to get like a sedan, a hatchback. Like, she even like tossed around the idea of like if she could, she would get a smart car, but unfortunately we need 4 seats and not just 2. But if she could get away with it, she would have gotten that car. It's just, she was downsizing basically, like as small as possible. But because of grandpa, it needs to be an SUV. Once you tag on that, you don't really have a lot of small options. Well, you have tons of like the subcompact SUVs, but how about like there's nothing in no electric world basically. Excellent. Oh, sure, that's compact at all. Yeah, plus the XM just doesn't, looks pretty crap. It depreciates like heck too. Finished 29 seconds. My bad, I'm finishing too quickly. The one thing, you got a little 2020. Yeah, but 2020 is already like, they already made it super long because it was already after the redesign. I had the first gen, which was short. Like, she wouldn't want it. She would never like even consider the Tiguan nowadays. I think the right car would be the Taos, I think, nowadays. That's the size that the old Tiguan was. Yeah, like this gas car, like we're thinking it's probably gonna be a short-term thing. Like she's gonna get this and then like 3 to 5 years, switch over to electric. That's kind of the plan, because that's when all the options will be out. I'm trying to see if I can push her to get the Rivian R3S or R3X whenever that comes out. That thing looks so cool. Assuming the Rivian's still around. Rivian stock prices, or I mean, now that they're getting investment from VW, they should be good to go for a little bit longer, but we'll see. I have faith. Well, I don't have anything riding on it other than hoping the car comes out. The car. Yeah, Volkswagens are solid. Long-term reliability was a bit of a miss for our Tiguan. I think I attributed it to the fact that we had the 09 model, which is I think the first model year, first or second. So like we had some, and it was like a fully new car and stuff like that. And I think there was a lot of teething pain because that was like 09, like 09, 2010s, where it's like when the revolution of like the SUVs really. Small SUVs really started to be a thing. Like the term crossover didn't exist before that. The Tiguan was even sold as a crossover, you know? The menace to society that are crossovers. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway. Sad one. I can't admit that the crossovers are half decent, if you really do need the ride height. If you're old, I think that makes the most sense. I still come around, don't like this. Like, just gotta get more practice and keep playing, getting better. Plays hard, almost hit A-beam. That's really a you issue. But yeah, that's kind of insane though, that an SUV that's already taller off the ground. You must be quite tall then. Do you mind like telling me? Like I fully understand being private and all that, so feel free to not tell me. Don't have to tell me anything. Yeah, you must be like pretty tall then if you're hitting an A-pillar on an SUV. To be fair, it's not as tall as a true SUV, but yeah, so we're looking at the Kona right now. I think the main thing was because like the South Korean brands had the electric cars, so then we like kind of gravitated towards the South Korean brands. But then after we decided on gas, I think the world opened up for my mom, so we might have to reconsider everything again. So let's see. Nothing's set in stone at the moment. She is doing her own research. We have a car rented in the meantime for like a month. And that lifted. Alright, I'm hopping on Fortnite. Alright, Calm, I hope you have fun on Fortnite, bro. Thanks for playing though and sticking through it. You know, you weren't having a great time. Hope you at least had some entertainment out of it. Fully a negative experience, hopefully. Yeah, my mom is just like a really nervous driver. She doesn't like driving, so she just doesn't want any, like, she wants as small as car as possible because she would feel more comfortable. But the funniest part is the Kona is shorter than the Tiguan that we currently have. I looked it up, and like it's basically identical in dimensions, and she still felt like it was bigger because, you know, she's unfamiliar and she was just doing it on a test drive. But like she's like really, you know, unfamiliar. Like she's just a really nervous type of driver. So much so that I don't like riding in her car. She's one of those like quick change oh wait, what am I looking at? Yeah, she's one of those guys that will like that kind of can't make up her mind and stuff. Like she'll be slow. Like she's also like thankfully she's like self-aware enough that she'll stay in the slow lane because she takes things a bit slower and stuff. But sometimes when it comes to like decision making on like where she's going, like she can't get distracted at all. She can't fathom the use of GPS other than purely from audio cue, which is really bad because, you know, sometimes it's just not very clear. She only listens when she used to use GPS, and then best case scenario she doesn't even use GPS. She'll just like memorize the route before she leaves. You know, I'll ride it back everywhere. Yeah, luckily, I haven't been in any accidents. Been in a pretty couple close calls. One major close call on a highway. My friend in front of me, a couple cars in front of me, wasn't so lucky. He got rear-ended. No, I think he rear-ended somebody, and that was like a pileup, so then he got also rear-ended. I've stopped just in time. Pretty close. But that's as close as I got to like a big accident. Or what anybody would classify as an accident. I have my fair share of, you know, getting curb rash on my rims and small little bumps that didn't actually cause any damage. I remember like just parking and accidentally just slightly bumping the guy in front of us parallel parking, but no damage. I just pushed a bit too close to him and nothing happened. I checked thoroughly. I would have left my number and everything and all that if I did indeed damage him, but didn't, luckily. I do love driving, that's why I have a stick, so shift. Oh, okay, Dante's controller is disconnected. Assuming. That's been out. Just a missed checkpoint. I'll be kind of dead. Yeah, now that I'm making more, maybe GT3 and cars. Oh wait, yeah, okay. Just this is like a Hail Mary. If anybody knows that might have a connection with Porsche or whatever, I'm gonna have to be in contact. I gotta talk to Techno maybe, but he's more of a JDM guy. He only has connections for JDM. Basically, it's impossible to get an allocation unless you're willing to pay like 75, 100k over. Like just for the allocation. And if you want an MSRP allocation, the only way to get an MSRP is if you have a previous relationship with a dealer, like buying multiple cars with them already and stuff like that. So I have neither of those, and I'll leave it up to the Lord to see whether I can ever get in one of those, even if I get the money. To be fair, once I get the money, I'm probably looking at getting a house. And at that point, I'm just weighing, like, should I, like, get a house or, like, get a car? And probably the house is probably going to win. But I can think and imagine, dream about it, though. But even if I wanted to, I probably couldn't, because I can never get an allocation, and I'm never going to pay 75, 100k over just for an allocation. I'm already saving, like, the car already costs like 300k, so. Like, damn. When I was 8, my mom's car was T-bone on the passenger side, but pickup I was in the passenger side. Got no injuries. Damn. Lucky. Like, that was really fortunate. I mean, I'm glad you're here. T-bone. No, I have pickup too, so pickup's not gonna be light. So that impact's probably pretty huge. Alright, one more, I think at least one more playlist after this. I think that should be it, because I have work tomorrow. Can't do too much more after. Hold left. Too far left. Oh no, we're good. And into the tree he goes. CLK and S1. Sad. And when the best handling dirt car can't save you. Hitting a tree, you have bigger problems. Little red Kia. 50 building. Yeah, they've really turned their reputation around. They used to be known for making like just like Kana boxes, cheap stuff that wouldn't be the highest quality, but the saving grace is that they were cheap, right? So and then they've really blossomed by Hyundai and Kia. They're making like fun cars now with the N line on Hyundai side. Kia less so, but Kia as a brand is a bit more, it feels like their design and all that stuff is a bit more youthful. You got like quirky cars like the Soul, straight up a box. I still remember when we were buying the Tiguan at the time, we were looking as like the opposition was like the Tucson or something at the time, and like it was like almost like 10,000 less. It's like super cheap compared to like even the RAV4 at the time, a couple grand at least. They were just like competing on price, and they weren't known as the most reliable thing. I think this was before they had the whole like 10-year powertrain warranty that they like pushed later on. Once they did that, I think people were like, okay, we'll buy it. Like if you're that confident. And that's how it all started. They really went aggressive. Really cool. Really cool. And now they're killing the electric market, I feel. With their Ioniq 5, Ioniq 5N. And then on the Kia side, EV3, EV9, V6, GT especially. Oh, those would be the cars I'd buy for EV side. I was gonna do it now. I would be tempted by the Model 3 performance, but Ioniq 5N though. I just don't like Teslas. I've driven Teslas. They're too minimal almost. Give me a dashboard, brother. Why are my indicators on a capacitive touch on the steering wheel? No, don't do that. Why do I have to decide my gears on the screen? Why you do this? I don't care about the self-driving portion of it, which is what a lot of people point to. It's like, hey, yeah, bro, I need the system. Nah, bro. I'm just getting a car. Yeah, this is kind of a crap track for me. This car is so bad in the corners. Has absolutely no grip. Oh, the guy behind me missed a checkpoint or something. Well, that really saved me. Okay, the car is doing like right there. Stuck right now? You don't suck, Dante. You're doing fine. Making tiny mistakes. Get out of your system. This is so 2 years ago from you. too passively, but then missing chat points and losing to me. Yeah, I didn't hit the wall this time. Let's go. Yeah, if anybody knows like anybody that might have a good relationship with a Porsche dealer, let me know. I'll note them down. I won't really be in the market or anything until at least like a year or two from now, at the very least. I have the money, but I'll take that note. Get that guy down. Really should just ask Techno. There's a bunch of people that have Porsches that their parents bought them. Pretty sure they're not gonna be open to helping me out, but he's the most likely to be able to help out or find somebody that could be in position to help, even if he doesn't want to.
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told.
One more.
Don't blink, don't run,
Relationship with a Porsche dealer, not a drug dealer.
stay at the side.
I now realize if you only heard the dealer part, why that might yeah, raise some eyebrows.
Under the place where all this began. Just start again.
Do not condone drugs here.
Until the dawn breaks. No, till
Don't ban me off Twitch.
you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the
Mixed surface racing to end. What to take though? Oh wait, no, let's do the other Subaru I had. Ooh. It's always a fun car. Gotta find it. Oh, there it is. Got done. Nice. Just got done downloading. It's a big game.
They said, be me. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Hidden these voices inside just to quiet. Under the place where all this began. Just start again. Don't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick
I hope you have fun. I hope you try zombies at one point. Zombies is fun. I had a lot of fun. It's just 3 of us. Oh, okay. Yeah, I really don't want to be finding a new lobby right now, so let's just get this, finish this. Good night. Oh, you used that car? Damn, I could have twinsied with you. Wait, no, I don't have that car for B class. The exact same livery on that car though, for A class. Got the same engine. Well, same shift F5.3 engine. I love it. This game getting the red line correct. Actually, maybe accurate. Maybe the accurate to the car came in, but just that peak torque wasn't ever there. You know, what am I talking about? You just badly engineered the tank. The car that this engine came in originally has a bad tack. What? Yeah, problem with if techno as hell, it would be somebody in LA and I wouldn't be able to do anything there. Drive down there and pick up a car. That'd be hilarious. Yakuza game? I've not been following any of the game releases stuff. Okay, this guy is pretty annoying to pass actually. I'll wait for the dirt section. It's a bit of a challenge now. Can't see, I can't see. Not sure if he was actively trying to keep me back, but we found the gap. Get out! Get away! The gap in his defense. Yeah, and why is this track 3 laps when there are other tracks at 2 laps? They're much shorter than this. Forza why? We'll never know now. Pastor Wu? No, I do not. Z8 Reaper. That's a trooper for staying. Gotta be impressed by that. Oh wait, I haven't finished my thought. Another opportunity that this gives me of moving to the US is that the plan here is to have keep my PC set up here so that whenever I'm visiting, like during long weekends or whatever, or whatnot, I will have a computer and I can still keep streaming and stuff in Canada. So that means that I get to build a new PC for the first time since a fully new, since I was just upgrading my existing one. My current one is was initially built in 2015. Of course I've been upgrading it. Yeah. Went from a 1800X to 5950X now, processor wise, and then from a 1080 Ti to a 3090 Ti. 3090. Yeah, so although to be fair, it's a really crap time right now. This generation sucks. I was planning to get a new setup eventually, a new PC, but I saw this generation, I was like, bruh. Like, I guess it's like the AMD side is fine, like the processor side is fine, because the 9000 series, especially the HDD series, is killing it. That's still sad that Intel's not really competing. But it's the GPU side that's sad. Like, Nvidia's new 5000 series sucks. Like, it doesn't have any improvement technically over the 4000 series, other than being larger chips. So it takes, like, it's just scale, this linear scaling, amount of power for amount of performance, especially on the 5090 side. And then AMD's not even competing in the top end, and it looks like they're gonna miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity, which they never miss an opportunity to do. With their pricing, so they're not going to be competitive. But I wasn't going to look at the mid-low end anyway, because I'm going to ball out and use it for a long time. But balling out is like, it doesn't feel too good right now. I was planning to like wait until the 6000 series and the next gen CPUs before I fully built a new setup, so now I'm forced to basically accelerate my plans. I'm rich. I save a lot of money. So when I initially built my PC, it was an 1800X with a 1080 Ti, 32 gigs of RAM. Yeah, DDR5. I'm on DDR4 still, yeah. And I had saved all my money from like birthday money, red packet money because I'm Chinese. Christmas, birthday, all that for like 3 years, and then bought that setup. To be fair, my dad then sponsored like, I think, a third or like a half of it. If I remember correctly. I have bought some pretty expensive stuff, but like I remember buying a 5D Mark III back in the day when I was going to high school, and that was 3 years of, there was no summer job, but I did. It was all the, luckily my relatives and all stuff and everybody like gave me cash for like a lot of festivities and stuff, so which I thoroughly appreciated. I should still appreciate cash over real gifts this day. Yeah, and now I'm like well off enough. I'm a tech. I work in tech on side. So I earn enough. Definitely above average. I'm not gonna say that I'm not above. I'm like upper middle. But yeah, so my current setup, it's been upgraded now. So my current setup is a 5950X upgraded to 64 gigs of RAM with 3090 in it. Yeah. Think anything else really matters about SSD, like how much storage I have or power supply or anything, but I thought way too fast. My bad. I'll slow it down for you. What do I do for a job? Comp sci, so software engineering, computer programming. Developing applications. Have I ever been homeless? No. I've not. I have been very fortunate to have been well provided for. Praise the Lord. Very lucky. Shockwave. Dante and sleep in the same sentence? No. Sacrilege, Shockwave. I mean, it's all comparison, right? Like, none of my family are billionaires. We don't have exotic Ferrari cars or like Lambos. We don't live in a mansion. Right, so like if you take the whole scale, I don't think, I'm definitely like upper middle class. My mom would agree. We're definitely not part of the 1%ers. We don't own a business or anything, so we can only do so much when you're fully always working corporate and not like a CEO or something. You get pretty high up though, to be fair. Some department leads and stuff. Never got there. I'm not like offended by you saying that. I'm sure like I am definitely more very well off. I mean, I think worrying about bills is yeah, that skill is just because you don't have to worry about bills does not mean you're rich. You know what I mean? Like, that's a low bar. And it's something that is like, it sounds bad to say it's a low bar, but I know a lot of people, like low income households, are like living paycheck to paycheck and stuff like that. Yes, but maybe my skills off. I wouldn't consider like those, like just because you don't have to pay your bills doesn't mean you're rich. You can like, but it's all perspective, right? Like if you're, of course, to anybody that can't pay their bills, yeah. That's like, I'm sure like it seems like people that don't have, like if you're living paycheck to paycheck and can't pay your bills and you're worrying about bills, then to them like anything seems rich, you know, being able to not worry about it. To be fair, the funny thing is you can say that I'm rich and everything, I don't have to technically worry about bills, but I do worry about my bills. Carrick for Beludo. Let's go play together. This is my last race of the night, so maybe next time though. Feel free to add me on Xbox so we can play next time though. Like I still worry about it, not out of like anything that I can't pay it or anything, but it's like I want to minimize it because I want to save more money. It's like I'm like telling my mom, I was like, hey, close the door, you're letting the heat out, and like that. Are you even in here? Why are you opening TV? Like, why do you have the TV on? Save on electric bills, man. I'm worrying about it, but I don't need to technically, but it's more like a personal thing than anything. ZA Reaper, thanks for the follow. I hope you enjoy the stream as much as I enjoy streaming it. Welcome, welcome. Had to budget, figure out what you have to do, not pay one bill over another. No. That is true. Yeah, I do not. I mean, if I did do that, and if I have to worry about bills and stuff, and I still have this level of a PC, my spending habits are completely off. I need to consider how I'm spending my money at that point. If I have a PC like this, and then I'm like struggling with bills, to be fair. Gotta change. Yeah. I get where you're coming from, Shockwave. Sometimes that change can be hard for sure, especially if you're like stuck somewhere. Quite a bit of debt. I think a lot of people get into it with a lot of debt. Their card bills and stuff like that. I think a lot of people go underwater on that stuff. There's also like just unlucky opportunities and just stuff like that as well. Not all, no, I wouldn't attribute all of that to the skill issue, but yeah, I'm definitely above average. I'm not. Wait, is that how you define rich if you're above average? Like, the average people is normal, and then above average is rich? I guess I put an extra, like, step before that. Like, above average is its own thing, and then you have the rich people, like, truly rich people. Need this before you do it? True. Okay. Damn, you just broke down my argument. I'm never getting a GT3 now. My dream for a GT3 is dead. Dead in the water. I have never revealed my age and I don't intend to, but I'm like within like between 20 to 30. What I've told my streams. Alrighty, that was the last race of the night for me and for the stream. I'm going to... Is there anybody I can raid? Not seeing anybody on my list right now. Not too many people in here, but yeah. Anybody have anybody? Great. Got work tomorrow. Any suggestions? I mean, it only takes like one... It only takes one like scenario for me to like start having to lose a bunch of money. Like if I become unemployed, like I get laid off. If like 2021 happens over again, I get laid off. And that would be bad. And I wouldn't I need so that's why I keep saving, to be fair. Nice, nice. For September 11th. September 11th. Damn, memorable date for sure then. Nobody's gonna let you forget your birthday. Alright, I guess I have to leave y'all hanging here. That's kind of sad, but unfortunate for sure. Yeah, okay, cool. If nobody has any suggestions, I'm gonna leave it here. So yeah. Not really sure what I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. Probably COD Zombies, I'm thinking. We'll have to truly see, or I just play some Genshin. Actually, maybe Genshin 2 days, and then COD 2 days, and then keep them together before we restart the cycle. But yeah, so I do stream every single day. I'm trying to get back into that. Haven't been consistent the last couple of weeks due to life situations. You can tune in and ask me about it in the next one. But yeah, with that said, hope you guys have a great rest of the day, night, morning, afternoon, wherever you guys are from. Just have a great day in general, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you once again to ZA Reaper for the follow earlier. Hope you enjoyed the stream and hope to see you around. Thanks for the follow and thanks for your support, and I'll see you guys all on the next stream. Take care, stay safe, all that good stuff. Bye bye.